Okay, I wanted to do a quick example of how I trade. I was just talking to myself for about 15 minutes in my last video and didn't hit the mic button, so I'm just going to make this quick. I am trading NQ on the 500 tick chart on Topstep X. This line here is the session, just the session VWAP, and I am going to add an anchor VWAP. I'm going to add it to the high. It's at the low of the candle, so I'll switch that up to the high. Okay, so really I want to go back to where I made the trade Friday, and I actually screen recorded that again without audio because I forgot to click the microphone. But so here's how that played out. I anchored to the high, didn't take these because I was away from the computer, but this is where I would have shorted. Maybe that one too, but anyway, my settings, my settings are risk 200 to make 400, nice 2 to 1, go back here. So that probably would have made me, let's see, 35 down to, yeah, that would have made me 400. I would have shorted again once it come back up here. That would eventually have made me 400. That would have been a good one to hang on to, and sometimes I do that. I'll move my take profit down farther. Here's where I screen recorded the trade. I initially shorted this at anchor VWAP. I was in the money about 120 bucks. I let it play out, thinking we're in a bearish. We were bearish for the end of the day so far, but in hindsight, this was pretty good momentum. And with the regular VWAP being up here, I probably should have waited. But anyway, I lost 200 on that, but I did flip. I flipped long, like right in here, pulled back a little on me, so I added a second, and then realized VWAP was right there, so I pulled my take profit down to VWAP. Topstep X, for some reason, the VWAP moves around a little bit. I'm pretty sure Friday when that happened, VWAP was right here. So messing around with the screen recording, the one trade I really did miss was taking a short up here. This would, once it broke through, I did make $415, but the real trade was right here when when VWAP was up here on Friday, and that would have been another $400, and then I was done for the day. Another thing I like to do is measure the move and get confluence between the anchor VWAP and the fib. So I would have pulled this. I did pull this down here. And once we get in this 0.5 to 0.6, and you got an anchor VWAP and VWAP all in that area, I'm definitely looking to play a short. I would have already been out had I flipped and shorted this, because I would have made the 400, and this would have chopped around. But anyway, it was late in the day, so I wasn't going to mess around anymore. But I could have possibly taken that trade. But anyway, I just want to do a quick recap on how I do things. I've gotten away from this, but the last couple weeks, this setup that I use with Anchor VWAP and Fib and VWAP really does work in this type of market. And mainly it keeps me out of trouble, with these big up and down, the momentum traders that stick around all day are going to get hurt because the market's reversing pretty big. And one thing about my risk reward's only 200, so 200 to make 400. So if I can keep that, and I usually do keep that in the 60% win rate, that's a pretty good day. So all right, thank you. I'm gonna wrap that up.